Another Tuesday, another pop-up podcast. That is correct. Promise Mangum pop-up podcast in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. EBS Suites, 301 North Main Street. You already know. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. And I still do this. Why? Because I believe the people need to learn, know, and have the knowledge that this young lady has possessed and just puts together in an awesome package. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Janae Adams, and I am an author and a speaker. I paid off $50,000 of debt in 2 years, and so I speak around the country about that. I'm also a wife and a mother, and I just love what I do. I'm an entrepreneur.
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Hey, it's been a little minute. It's been a little minute since I've known you.
Yeah.
You're very popular, I should say, in the entrepreneur world in Winston-Salem, that whole ecosystem. A lot of people definitely hit you up on your expertise, and she's an awesome person. She really understands her craft. She really understands how to teach somebody on a level. If you don't know all the big terms and stuff like that, and you seem overwhelming, she really knocks it down to small little chunks online and in the book.
Yeah.
So getting started, when was when you had your debt and stuff like that, when was it like, yo, I got it, I understand it, I'm about to go do this?
Oh, it was when I got laid off. So that'll do it. So I did.
Hard knocks life.
Yeah, so I didn't know that I was in $50,000 of debt until I got laid off.
Gotcha.
And then I started opening up these statements and so forth and started adding up the numbers. And the $50,000 of debt was split between two major ones: a student loan debt of my husband's, and then a car loan. So it was just two things, and $50,000 of debt with no job.
Yeah.
So that's what made me get on it.
Just get on it.
Yeah. It took my back against the wall.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, like most entrepreneurs, there's a problem that needed to be solved. And the thing about it is, this isn't a major life problem. This isn't like a new tech thing or whatever the case is. You really took the entrepreneurship as far as when it comes to your finances, and you eliminated. You found a problem, you made a solution, and now you're teaching people.
Yeah. So I wasn't trying to be an entrepreneur at first. I went back into corporate America, and I was like, I'm gonna use the money I'm making. I'm paying off debt and so forth. And when as I was finishing up the $50,000 in 2 years, people started asking me to come speak about it at just like events, church events, and so forth. Yeah. So I was not trying to be a speaker.
So that wasn't. So that wasn't even in the plan.
No, I was gonna be in corporate America for the rest of my life. That's what the plan was.
Do you see what happens sometimes? Somebody gives you an idea, gives you something, and then you just gotta roll with it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Speak on that a little bit.
So that they asked me to speak, and I remember being so nervous. This is my mom asked me to speak to her church group, and she said, Janae, just go out there and do it. You know more than enough to go out and talk about it. You just lived it. So I did. Definitely. And after I got finished, I'm a young what they call a church mother. One of the seasoned saints, she said, this is going to be your calling. This is what you're going to do. And I was looking at her like, I'm not doing this. I am going back to my job on Monday morning. And just happens that this ended up being what I've done now for 7 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So you got into the speaking, moved on, and things are rolling and stuff like that. How did, I guess, the first paid gig or the first paid speaking event, how did you handle that? Because you started off just talking to the church family.
Yeah.
And you transitioned to somebody calling you, I'm guessing?
Well, I got a mentor who was already in the speaking business, and they came from the same industry I did, which was pharmaceuticals.
Cool.
And so they basically they was on the same path, and so they already done it.
Gotcha.
So I recommend that to anybody. Find somebody who's already done it and then just follow what they did.
Excellent.
So he mentored me. His name's Morris Morrison, and he got me up to speed and started showing me how to pitch and so forth. And then reached out to one of the colleges. My first college was Mount Union in Ohio. Okay. And they paid me a few grand. And so that's how it all started. I said, well, this is a few grand. Yeah, for an hour. I'll take that. And wow. Instead of working 40 hours a week for 4 weeks a month. To get, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said that was like 1,000, like 2,000 less than I was making. I need $2,000 more that month. And I could have did that with another speaking engagement. And then I would have had my whole month's salary from pharmaceuticals for 2 hours of work. Yeah. So that's how I got started.
And that was it.
That was it. I said, and I love reaching out to people. I love helping people on stage and off stage. And so it was a bigger calling, and I got paid for it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So you do that. Things are going well. Then what happens when, how did you get the... Is it News FMY2? Is it 2? Yeah, how did you get that?
So I had a publicist at the time, and she had got me on WFMY, and it was just for my book. Gotcha. I was supposed to introduce my book, what it's about, and that's what it was. It was just an author spotlight. Gotcha. And they received so much feedback from that one show. Really? When she's coming back on, we loved the money tips that she gave, and now I'm going 3 years strong after that. Yeah, so it was that one time going.
Really?
So you can get on to news, news or radio, but you have to perform. If Definitely. You're thinking about making it long term, and I wasn't thinking about that at the time. It's just I want to sell some books.
So again, something else that you weren't even planning on.
No, wasn't planning on.
I need so visually, I'm looking at your business plan. Yeah. Nothing. if you have a regular business plan,
yeah,
and you have steps, you have these goals, you have these things that you need to hit. If I looked at your business plan, none of them.
No, it's definitely news. Every 2 weeks, it's not on there. You know, people call me up for radio shows and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I'll come on, that kind of thing. But it's never like I target them. You know, if I do target them, it's on a certain website, and that was at the beginning. But now it's a lot easier, and people might reach out to me. So my latest one with Good Morning America, that producer reached out to me. So and it's because of the built up information online. So you looking, it's blessings. Yeah,
that's all I can say. Blessings. Yeah. So looking at your website, because I think you have 2 different ones.
I do have 2 different. Yeah,
two. One's for your, I won't say personal website, but like just
more college, high school. Gotcha. Yeah, and corporate is on there, but more people go there for the college and high school, and then the other one is more of the individual and corporate. Yeah, gotcha. So it's 2 different looks, 2 different feels.
It is. And I noticed that when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, okay, this is, okay, cool. So the same, well, I won't say the same information, but like that's what I was saying at the beginning, you break it down into different levels for different people at different,
because they're at different stages of their life. So so that's why it's 2 different ones, because I have 2 different looks.
Gotcha.
2 different ways of communicating, because people are at either the first part of their lives, or they're in the middle, or the last part of their lives. Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. This is great. This is great information. I'm not going to spill any beans or jewels. First off, I had an author on the show last week. Okay. And I gave her this question too.
Okay.
Now this is the question. I am not a reader.
Okay.
Do you have anything on Audible? Or do you have, okay, I know you have your video course, right?
Yes, I do have my video course.
And I think that's something I like.
Yeah.
Because I can look at it wherever I'm at and be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a reader.
Yeah.
So do you Is that something more you've seen, like as far as, or another niche maybe of doing like on-demand video or something like that, or you trying to go into the Audible type deal?
And so, a lot of people ask me to do my book on Audible. I would just have to find the time and studio to put that on there. So that's something that might be in the future. With the videos, that's something that I have online programs.
Gotcha.
So if people don't want to read the book, they have the online program they can go through, and it's all a video course.
Gotcha.
And that's in a different avenue than my website.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you produce all that yourself?
Yes, I do all the videos, and get the worksheets done with my graphic designer and so forth, and we put it on.
That's what I'm talking about. So you're on a skeleton budget, and and still you're doing amazing things.
Yes. So you got to find ways to save money.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Get your finances in order.
Yes.
Do you do anything about investing?
I don't do any invest because I don't have that license. I understand investing very well, but I do not have a license to people who are listening.
Okay, so disclaimer.
but no I do understand, Roth IRAs, mutual funds, and so forth.
And then you'll point somebody, or
I'll tell them, different. I'll give them a list of companies, and then they can go do their homework.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Cool. So, like I said, promise, man, I'm up here at EBS Suites, pop-up podcast. We're about to get into the Spitfire round.
Okay. 5 questions,
4 questions, 3 questions. Okay. Straight off the top of the dome. Don't have to do anything with your business, or it could. I don't know.
All right.
First thing, are you a sports fanatic?
I am. Extremely sports fanatic.
So, I see Wake Forest on your shirt.
Yes, because I'm a big Tim Duncan fan, so I'm a big Spurs fan.
Fundamentals.
Big fundamentals.
Big fundamentals.
Yes.
Look, time out. Hey, for everybody who's saying LeBron James and everybody else is, the greatest black basketball player, no. Tim Duncan is big fundamentals, and that's why he won championships from 1998?
99.
Like 99.
That's when I was in high school. So graduate. 20 years, 5 championships. Their program is unmatched.
That's it. That is it. Big fun. I hope Chloe, my girl Chloe. Hey, I told you, Tim Duncan is number 1. That is it. Big fundamentals. I almost don't even want to ask any more questions.
Yep, the Spurs and Tim Duncan. That's my team. So, and still my team even today. LaMarcus Aldridge is taking Tim Duncan's spot for me. So
are you going to All-Star Weekend then?
No. Now I just realized that I'm gonna go to a new conference in Arlington today. So I got to go to work.
You got to go to work?
Yes, I got to go to work. Got to make them thousands. So.
Well, make money.
Yes, got to make money.
Well, I'll be down in All-Star Weekend.
Yeah. You have a good time.
I will. Well, shameless plug.
Okay.
I will be throwing the Blacklist party.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It has actually turned into an artist industry type deal. So we have 7 artists coming through.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're going to be performing.
Oh,
and then we're having
fun.
Yeah. And then the last 2 hours we're going to have just a good old school party. Open bar till 12. I don't know if you drinks or whatever. But
but that's a good deal.
Yeah, some people do. I got the lowest VIP tickets available in the city, and the tables are the lowest there as well. So you're a big basketball fan, so that's just a shameless plug right there. As far as NBA, who do you want, or do you watch any prospects or whatever, high school, colleges, people like that? Do you see anybody maybe you want them to go to Wake Forest, or do you have anybody like that?
Well, I can't go that deep because my husband coaches D1 prospects. So I cannot get in trouble with that. But
I understand.
but we do have numerous players already in NBA. This past draft was 5 of them went in. So
really?
I can't answer those kind of questions.
Oh man, this is just crazy.
So that's why I love basketball so much.
Hey, you learn something new every day. She got to find. So wait a second. So do you, and I don't know if this is a conflict of interest. Do you, anybody who comes through the prospect type deal, whatever, do you offer services as far as when they get in there that you help them out financially, or the financial literacy type deal or whatever?
No, they learn because I'm with them usually 3 years straight, from 15 to 17. They watch what I do. And just like my children who are 6 and 11, my children understand financial literacy in their sense of knowing. They know how to save, and they know to look for deals and that kind of thing. And so does the guys on our team. They see me saying, no, we're not getting that. I'm not buying that meal because it's this much instead of this meal that's that much, and that kind of thing. So the greatest thing about young people is that they watch what you do. Definitely. And then they take that information into their later lives. So we have some players that's overseas, and now they're like, Miss Janae, send me your book. I need your book because I need to manage this money that I'm getting overseas. And they follow me online, so they're learning.
So with that being said, do you think you're going to have a speaking engagement overseas?
I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, but they're one of those other things that might just pop up.
Just pop up.
You might just put an idea in my head. Hey, if you're over in Sweden somewhere, speaking to a team.
And what is this called? The pop-up podcast.
Yes, the pop-up podcast.
So we popping up ideas.
Exactly.
Trying to get it going. That is what I'm talking about. Great time. Great interview. Hold on a second. Let me get this going. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get the music to come on. There you go. All right. So go ahead and hit everybody with your social media stuff, or where they can find you at and all that.
So I think the easiest way to find me is on Instagram, and it's at Janae Adams Speak. So my name is spelled like Janet. Okay, JanetAdams SPEAK. If you follow me there, you will get access to everything else because I'm on there all the time. But that is my social media. The website is debtsucksuniversity.com. So DEBTSUCKS university.com, and you'll get a lot of information there as well.
Gotcha. That's what I'm talking about. I had a question I was going to ask you. It was something about. Oh yeah. So, as far as social media, do you have more engagement with Facebook or Instagram?
It's a toss-up, and it's where you put your energy at. And so whenever I put my energy into Facebook, then it's going to be more there. So I would say that if I'm running ads on Facebook, it's way more engagement there. And then Instagram is more engagement there if I'm doing lives. So it depends on what I'm doing because it's just the platform. And I'm even thinking about LinkedIn even more because LinkedIn is my B2B and my bigger checks.
Hey, no, for real.
It's my bigger checks.
For real. Hey, LinkedIn is very underutilized.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people don't get it. Like if you're in a consumer-based type deal, a lot of people don't get it. But if you have the intelligence to really just sit down, not even intelligence, but just
the focus
to sit down real quick and just learn this is what this is and attack LinkedIn. You're even though it's a little bit less engagement, like you said,
it's bigger checks
them
there.
Them checks are just
so individual customers come from my Instagram, Facebook. Big check writers come from my LinkedIn.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's it. Promise Mangum Pop-Up Podcast. Enjoyed you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Hey, we here. 24th Floor Vibes. See y'all a little bit.